Hello YouTube, this is Dark Emissary 617. This is my review for the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pop Ronan. And yes, I finally got a hold of this pop. I've been meaning to get this one for quite some time, but anyways, that's enough about that. Let's just check out the box. He's number 75 in the Marvel line, and you see, there's his name, Ronan. He's also known as Ronan the Accuser in the comics, and I believe the movies even acknowledged it. And on the back, you can see some of the other pops you can get in the line. You can get pops like the Collector, and Nebula, and Thanos. And good luck getting that old Yondu. That Yondu pop has gained insane value over time. And I guess it makes sense, because if you've seen the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you would understand why Yondu all of a sudden became from somewhat unpopular to one of the most beloved characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and for good reasons. I won't spoil it, but trust me, if you watch it, you will not regret it, and you will have more sympathy for Yondu than you could ever imagine. But enough about that, let's just look at good old Ronan. In my opinion, Ronan is one of the most underrated Marvel villains. He just doesn't get as much attention, and I also got this pop because, unfortunately, when he came out, they didn't do those 2-packs with the Marvel Legends figures. And since he's already dead in the movies, so basically, we got gypped. We are probably never going to get a new Ronan figure. At least not the movie version. And that's a shame, because I really liked Ronan. I wasn't a big fan of the first film. The first film kind of suffered through the problem I have with the first, with Thor Ragnarok. It was just too silly for me. It was just trying to be too funny, and the seriousness wasn't really there, and it was just more goofy. Heck, the way he was somewhat defeated was a little too cheesy too, and it just kind of made me a little upset, but anyways, you can see he has a very nice design to him, though. He has this nice helmet, and he's a bobblehead, as you would expect. He has these solid black eyes, which actually work for him. And you can see some of that black paint kind of just going down his face, which is actually accurate to how he looked in the movie. And he has his mouth there, and his triangular nose. He has some red on the outfit, which looks very cool on his suit. And he has, I believe it was called the Infinity Weapon. I kind of forgot what it was called, but I also have him from Disney Infinity 2.0. And he's actually one of my favorite characters to use in there. At first, when I first saw him for the first time, I really thought that was like a hammer or something. But, I mean, he can use it kind of like it, but it's like some sort of bizarre weapon that he usually shoots beams out of. I didn't want to get this pop at first, because I didn't really think he looked that good. And I don't like how his weapon, the Infinity Weapon, or whatever it's called, kind of gets all warped up, as you can see. But this one came out pretty good, and I got a good deal on him. Glad I did, because I know I'm never going to get a Legends figure of him. He has like a double cape too, actually, so that's pretty nice. And there was some good details on him. All of the lining, you can see. It's almost like if someone used like an X-Acto knife, I guess, or something like that, and just kind of put little carvings on the lines for the mold, which looks so cool, man. And you see his feet underneath look very good. And he stands up perfectly fine, so he's definitely a nice pop. If you want to collect pops and you want to get some Marvel villains from the Cinematic Universe, he's definitely one you should get. I'm kind of just starting my own collection from the Cinematic Universe. Not really characters that are from the movies, as in like, so much as just simply characters like the Avengers and all that. I'm kind of collecting pops of characters that most likely we'll never get a figure of, like in Marvel Legends. Like Ronan here, or Thor Ragnarok's Surtur, and even some other characters I could think of. So also my Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man. Overall, though, he's definitely a nice pop, and he's kind of also somewhat gaining value. He's not the most expensive pop, but he's definitely disappearing online, and he has been getting a little hard to find. He's a very cool pop, and he's definitely one of the nicer-looking Marvel pops in Guardians of the Galaxy, at least in the first movie. So, if I were to say a recommendation, I'd say I would recommend him if you at least liked Guardians of the Galaxy. So, anyways, That's my review for the Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pop of Ronan, and this is Dark Emissary 617 signing out.